Hey guys, my name is Petra. I'm based in Scotland. I just want to say I been going through a really difficult time in the last couple of months. About spiritual awakening. I've been brought up really strong Christian. Basically you worship the one monotheistic God. And the only true way is through Jesus. And a lot of ways how to be Christian, I've been quite brainwashed. And recently I decided to embark on becoming a seeker, finding out different spiritual paths. And in the process I had to cut my father off. He is a very dangerous man. Basically the type that he's one of the church leaders in the Baptist church and works for the government, but he's very staunch Christian, and at the same time he was very abusive towards me for over 20 years. I was adopted when I was 9 years old because I'm originally from Romania, and the first time I had experienced this creator God was in Romania. I was in a room on my own in a cot, and the only way to get out was I'd have to crack my head open. And it was the lightning that struck 3 times just right outside the window, and the whole room lit up, and it was so bright that there was no shadow cannot take shape in the bedroom I was in. And I just want to share how upset I am that it's not all hunky-dory going through this awakening. It's very painful. And so anyway, and the noise was so deafening with the strikes. I must have been between 7 or 8 and 9 years old when this happened. And of course the carers would lock the room I was in because I had a habit of running to the toilet. So they would be quite happy if I just wet my bed and made a mess in the cot. So that's just the way it is. And there was no one there to hug me, and all of a sudden I felt this presence that I knew I was not in the room on my own. And it was like a voice said, "Don't be afraid, you're not alone. I'm with you. Don't be scared." That's when I first knew of a spiritual being existed. I always felt connected. I always felt connected to animals, but that was jumping out at me. I was always a bit different. And we were brainwashed to believe into this Bible. And I've been kind of realising a lot of stuff that they've translated is kind of really twisted. We don't know a lot of truth, the historical context. So I've been getting kind of a lot of downloads with this Kundalini thing. That basically that the world is controlled by an evil entity that's so big that the symbols of perversion has entered into mainstream religions. But you see, in the old times, that was not like that. Um, like the Freemason, the esoteric stuff and that, and they have symbols, and they have 3 different kind of ring and that sort of thing. But their ultimate thing is to gaining enlightenment to really control the world and that sort of thing. But there's just a small part of the bigger picture. And you look at the Catholic Church, okay, that's where the Christian churches actually come from them. That kind of militancy, that kind of, oh, we must shut up those who have different beliefs and different culture. And it's actually quite really disgusting. And the way Christianity is now, it's been hijacked by the Roman Empire. So, and if you look in churches, we now have what's called symbols of the cross, symbols of the Easter and Christmas and stuff like that. And that's really quite upset me, because now I'm having to think, whoa. And the portrayal of Jesus as this passive kind of Messiah actually was not how the Jews at that time believed the Messiah to be. You know, and again, when you look at Revelation, this Messiah is not a passive, you know, lamb as such. A easily led to his death and to be tortured and beaten up. And I think it's really quite Paul was actually a Roman citizen, and he tried to kill people, and the people that were called the way. And in a lot of ways he was quite against the Essenes. The Essenes went into kind of abstaining from eating meat, some would, and wearing white clothes and communing with angels, those sort of stuff. And but yet they believed in the Messiah would come, and that, and they believed in the Creator, and they were Jews, and Paul didn't like them. A lot of Christianity is kind of become kind of really quite bloody, quite frankly, paganized. It's the worship of sex gods. And that's why there's so much perversion and that sort of thing, and control and militancy. And I was brought up in it. I need to get out of it. I don't know how. We were taught in church. I was taught when I was in really deep in Christianity, as anything that was not kind of their way of expressing worship to God was classed as witchcraft. That's witchcraft. This is witchcraft. This is evil. That's witchcraft. No. And now I'm starting to think, are they really right? Have we been told that's witchcraft so that they stop us doing it, to find that we can be able to think for ourselves? And a lot of way Christianity and religion's been designed as you are not allowed to think and ask questions. But the Jewish people believe that the God was open to dialogue with him and ask him questions, and he'll talk to you about his constellation, about the astrological way he built things and created things, he or she, you know, and all that sort of stuff. And but in Christianity, you know, we're not allowed. And there's a lot in Judaism that you're also not allowed to ask. It's a lot of it's kind of worship of these rabbis and that sort of thing. So I have Jewish blood in me, but I have no interest in converting to Judaism. It's just not for me. And I think with this whole spiritual awakening is about me being more me and finding my own way of having a relationship with the Creator. That I'm tired of people telling me how I should view this God. I'm tired of people telling me in boxing and I'm forced to look at God in some freak museum. Because that's what happens. Oh, this is a piece of his arm. Sorry, I'm just really exhausted. I say stupid things. If you're going through this difficult time, I don't know what to say, but I really hope it. Yeah, my advice is, really, do not take drugs. Whatever you do not take mind altering substances when you're going through anything. Cut out on alcohol, all that stuff. Just don't take drugs. Because I had a friend who was going through the Kundalini awakening. He went on cannabis and he ended up finished coming out with a psychosis. So don't stay away from it. Because drugs will just shut you off and put you back to sleep. And you'll just become more confused. Because this is just, I do feel a bit confused. I mean, I know some parts of the Bible say, do not perform astrologies and divinations, and anyone who does. Necromancing, talking to dead people, like saying some Ouija, all that sort of stuff, and clairvoyancy, you know. And a lot more people are starting to go through this awakening. It's like I've taken this red bloody pill. I'm starting to see the forces behind our society. Thinking, what the fuck? We have become so disconnected from our Creator. We don't know who this Creator is. We've been denied the right to experience the universe and the creation, connecting to ourselves. We've been denied the right to become one big mass of slave industry. I'm really sorry, you probably think I'm on something, but I'm not. I'm just really tired. I've been sleeping quite a lot, and crying a lot, and having fear, panic attacks. It doesn't last long, but it just happens. Thank you.